This is I Love Black People Radio on H.U.R Voices, Sirius XM Channel 141. I Love Black People is more than a radio show. I Love Black People is a call from our ancestors to protect us from racial profiling all across the world. Go to iloveblackpeople.com and become a member today. Membership empowers you to live fearlessly and protect Black people globally from racism and xenophobia. Join us today and become a member of our global network with an online global green book with Black-owned and Black-friendly businesses to protect you and your community. Membership is free, and with you, we will become 10 million strong worldwide. I am because we are.
Greetings. I am Nana Akua Zenzele, traditional priest, healer, and Queen Mother with more than 20 years of experience in natural healing. Today, I'm here to share with you our latest edition, our healthcare edition of the Global Green Book, a Black travel and survival guide highlighting Black-friendly places. The I Love Black People movement has a digital vision for the original Green Book, a Black survival guide that empowers and protects members of the African diaspora as they navigate the globe. This movement recognizes that Black lives matter every day. Black lives matter whether we are at home, abroad, visiting, or transplanting ourselves. Our movement recognizes Black sovereignty when we collectively protect each other. Black lives are saved when we share relevant information about our own safe spaces with our community. Black lives are improved when we support businesses that treat us with dignity and respect. Our mission is to use technology to protect Black people from racism and xenophobia, especially when they are most vulnerable, while traveling or in a new environment. We envision a world where people of African descent can safely travel and live without the fear of targeted harm or injustice. Using critical historical sources like the Negro Motorist Green Book series, we are defining ourselves, what it means to allow safe passage for Black people across the globe. I Love Black People has expanded Mr. Green's vision and developed an online global Green Book. iloveblackpeople.com is the essential digital survival guide built to help Black people avoid the harms and humiliations of racism. This special edition Global Green Book will focus on holistic healing and the various paths and approaches to creating wellness. We are focusing on the health category first because we understand that without the optimal health of our people, we will not be able to fight for the eradication of racism and xenophobia. We wish to empower Black people with the knowledge to gain, regain, and maintain supreme health in the body, mind, and spirit. The information gathered here in this guide, along with the directory of practitioners and healers, is our way of healing Black people around the globe. I'd like to now share some of the contents about the book. And as the co-editor, along with Mr. Sinclair Skinner, I compiled information that I thought would be helpful for our people. The guide includes hundreds of healers. The focus of this book or this edition was holistic healers. However, we have added on to hospitals, clinics, allopathic or Western doctors throughout the world. We, of course, have those here in the United States, but in many countries across the world. Most are Black owned. In terms of the holistic healers, actually all of the holistic healers highlighted are Black owned businesses. And then our original guide of facilities, healers, hospitals throughout the country are either Black owned or Black friendly. And so the book gives, I estimate, I think it's maybe 70 pages for the directory itself. So very helpful information. We've identified the location, what part of the world these healers or practitioners are in, and we've provided contact information. And of course, all of this information has been compiled by either myself, who personally know and have utilized some of these holistic healers, but also those who have been referred to us um, as healers throughout our various communities. And so we have added to our first two editions, and we're looking forward to, as you download this book, as you order the beautiful color copy of this book, we are hoping that we continue to build on it. We are always open for new referrals, new recommendations of people, places, locations to add to the book. I'd also like to add that if you are new to the concept of holistic healing, we have outlined all of the different natural healing modalities. You will be able to learn what chiropractic care is, what acupuncture is, what reflexology is. We talk about herbs to use to heal the body. There is an article with probably, 4 pages of common healing herbs. There are several pages of common useful homeopathic remedies. We talk about essential oils. We talk about just so many. I'm trying to even remember them all as I'm scrolling through to get through the pages. We talk about during this pandemic, how different parts of the world has experienced a food shortage. And so we have stressed the importance of growing your own food, growing your own herbs. So having your natural medicine. We know that our food shall be our medicine. And we know that God has given us healing herbs to heal the body of various illnesses and conditions. And so we've provided certain plants that grow well in warm environments, certain foods or herbs that grow well in cold climate environments. And we've provided a United States map as well as an African map as to when to grow different crops throughout the year. So we find that to be very helpful. It's imperative to allowing us to sustain ourselves, to prepare ourselves and provide for ourselves with our food and our medicine. We also include information on different types of healthy diets. We outline the raw food diet, the juice juice fasting, I should say, diet. We talk about the alkaline diet, the macrobiotic diet. We focus on superfoods. We list some of the common superfoods, and we know these are foods that are highly nutritive foods that will give a number of vitamins and minerals that the body needs to sustain optimal health. We also give a plan or guidelines as to how to eat healthy. Drinking water, reducing certain things in the diet like meat and sugars, and we talk about natural sweeteners. And so there's so much information that you can get from just this health section alone. We talk about natural antibiotics, which have antibacterial, antiviral, antiparasitic properties, such as colloidal silver. We talk about herbs that naturally provide certain minerals. I partnered with several holistic practitioners, such as Yuma Bellamy, also known affectionately as Dr. U, right? And he wrote an article on food supplements that naturally boost our calcium, right? And he lists those foods and why they're important and how to get them into your diet. We have another holistic practitioner who specializes in yoga and chakra balancing and so many other holistic practitioners. She makes different herbals and tinctures and tonics and such. And she does functional medicine and vibrational sound therapy. And so she did an article for us for this Global Green Book Health Edition, where she talked about reflexology, vibrational sound therapy, functional medicine. She also specializes in assisting women in menopause and all of our different life changing stages. So there's so very much information included here in this book, specifically around learning holistic healing or natural healing methods. But in addition to that, because health, we know, is all inclusive and it is all relative to our overall well-being, we also wanted to give other life-saving information about signs of a heart attack, signs of a stroke, herbs that help lower your blood sugar, knowing what some of the symptoms of diabetes is. We outlined some of the symptoms of stress and some of the ways in which to prevent stress or to manage stress. So we talk about meditation and yoga and some of these types of stress release techniques. We highlight signs of toxicity, poisoning, and ways in which to deal with detoxing the body. So there's a wealth of information that is provided here in this 2021 third edition of the Global Green Book. And as always, we highlight all of the work that we do with the I Love Black People movement. There are newsletters included in the book that highlight all of our different efforts throughout the world, where we have ambassadors and members that support our mission and support our cause so that we can further propel ourselves towards freedom. And we know that we can create our own freedom by creating our safe spaces that we can go to, live in, patronize throughout the planet, that we are safe, that we are comfortable, that we are treated with respect. And of course, in the book, we give a historical background on the original Green Book. There's some really historic papers that we've included from the original versions, so that those of us who are not familiar with that original Green Book, it gives you a nice historical reference and some background information on that as well. And because we are all over, we have people all over the planet, and not everyone has had the opportunity to travel the globe, we also provide some wonderful information on different countries in Africa, some of its historical sites, monuments, highlight some of the information that a lot of these countries are noted for, and just really allow our people throughout the diaspora to be familiar and to become more familiar with our people in different parts of the world. And that is how we start erasing the xenophobia. We know that we have to love ourselves, and in order to love all of ourselves, every part, we have to also love all of our people, regardless of what country, what place that they are from. And the Green Book, the Global Green Book, also highlights the other areas that we will focus on in future editions. So it will explain the movement. It'll explain the categories that we will focus on in terms of the I Love Black People movement. And the different areas or categories that we focus on include accommodations, right? So we will have future versions that will find the best hotels, Airbnbs, hostels, real estate agents throughout the planet. Health, as we've already highlighted here, is the section where, again, we provide professionals in the various fields of health, physical health, and mental health. And let me just say, and I did overlook that when I was just explaining the health section, but let me say, we have many, many, many mental health professionals that are listed in the directory. And I failed to mention that when I was just talking about it, but believe me, we did not overlook the importance of mental health. And so we do include in our directory a number of Black mental health professionals. We have psychologists, psychiatrists, social workers, licensed clinical professionals or counseling professionals. So just know that we have included mental health information as well as physical health information. But moving on through our categories, another category that we focus on is beauty. Where you're able to find hair salons, beauty supply stores, barbershops, beauty products, nail salons, and more. And again, remember, within all of these categories, we're talking about Black-owned businesses. And at the very least, when we have exhausted our list of Black-owned businesses, we are always open to Black-friendly businesses as well. Okay, so again, we're focusing on highlighting places to visit, patronize, live, go to enjoy in these different categories that are Black owned or at least Black friendly. The next category of food, this would be highlighting restaurants, grocery stores, co-ops, food trucks, catering companies, and such that, again, are Black owned. The next category is education and childcare. This is finding tutorial programs, homeschool collectives, after school programs, aftercare programs, summer camps. All of these would be included under education and childcare. Of course, we have the legal section. This would be, of course, any legal support, attorneys, paralegals, other legal professionals that can assist our people when we face various legal matters. Okay. Finance is another category. Protecting our investments, planning for financial success. So this would be our accountants, our insurance agents, our companies that focus on financial services, stocks, investments, stockbrokers, you name it, anything that falls under that area of finance, bookkeeping, tax preparers that will help us to deal with and manage our money in the best way possible. And then the last category of transportation would include rental places, cars, trucks, rental companies, places where we can get vehicles fixed, where we can hire drivers or transportation companies to take us where we need to go, travel agents, mechanics. This would include any and everything under the field or area of transportation. So these are upcoming additions that we will add to the Global Green Book. But these are our 8 categories that we focus on. This is highlighted in this book as well. But again, if you have any referrals, we are always open to taking referrals through our iloveblackpeople.com website. You can always refer, even if there are additional health professionals that are not included in this edition, you can always add to that. We will include them in future publications, the same as with the other 7 categories that I've just highlighted, whether it's transportation, whether it is finance, whether it's legal, whether it's education and childcare, whether it's food, beauty, accommodations. Even though we have not created those additions, we are currently compiling information and referrals for that directory, or for those directories, as I should say. We also, in the book, highlight how to be a supporter, how to support our cause. It's important to note that this is not a money-making venture. This is strictly for educational purposes, to educate our people on where to go, who to patronize, those businesses that will assist us in achieving freedom from racism and xenophobia. So there are so many ways to support our efforts. You can become an ambassador, you can become a sponsor, you can become a supporter, you can become a general member. There are so many levels in which to support this effort, but we are strictly compiling this information to empower our people, to support other businesses, and to make ourselves free from racism and xenophobia. So the book is about 100 and I want to say 109, I want to say 200 pages, 197 if I'm remembering correctly, but this is full color, beautiful graphics, amazing pictures and images of beautiful Black people. We made every effort to showcase our beautiful Black healers, our beautiful Black children, our beautiful Black business people throughout the planet. We are doing amazing things, and we are asking for you to support us so that we can do even more amazing things. And we'd like to highlight you. We would like to highlight people in your community, in your family, other people on the other side of the world that you may know that's doing amazing things for Black people. We want to highlight you. We want to have you reflected in this guide as well. So please support this version. We've put a lot of work into creating something really wonderful and useful, a real tool to support Black businesses, to support and sustain Black excellence, and to just give the details, the specifics on where to go, where to visit when you're in a particular place that you've never been, and know that you will be treated well, that you will be treated with dignity, that you will be treated with respect. So this global green book is a travel and survival guide. It will highlight Black-owned and Black-friendly spaces throughout the planet. And as we grow, we ask that you continue to guide people our way to support this effort. We are on Amazon. Again, you can highlight different businesses and healers and people to support different places on the continent to visit. You can learn how to keep yourself well and to prevent illness and dis-ease. And you can know which healers and practitioners to go to get additional help when you need it. And all of this can be acquired through our guide, whether you can download it through Amazon.com, or you can order the actual paperback book itself. Again, it's in full color. It's beautiful. The cover is amazing. I mentioned that myself and Sinclair Skinner edited the book. The designer of the cover is an amazing artist, Stefan Senegal. And of course, we got wonderful assistance with compiling all the information and laying everything out for us by Yvonne Dushim, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And I just love what we've created. I'm very proud of it, and I hope that you will be too. So I ask that you support us. Go on Amazon.com now and order our Global Green Book 2021 Healthcare Edition. And I thank you for listening. And as always, my beautiful Black people, I bid you good health and peace.
This is I Love Black People Radio on H.U.R. Voices, Sirius XM Channel 141. I Love Black People is more than a radio show. I Love Black People is a call from our ancestors to protect us from racial profiling all across the world. Go to iloveblackpeople.com and become a member today. Membership empowers you to live fearlessly and protect Black people globally from racism and xenophobia. Join us today and become a member of our global network with an online global green book with Black-owned and Black-friendly businesses to protect you and your community. Membership is free, and with you, we will become 10 million strong worldwide. I am because we are. Special thanks to Banneker Communities.
Praising God for all the days I'm struggling and I overcame. Oh yeah, thanking God for all the days when I was struggling, hustling. Whoa, praising God for all the days I'm struggling and I overcame. Oh yeah, thanking God for all the days when I was struggling.